Good morning and good evening. Who is in different time zone? They're all. Welcome to the Kungchido 5th class. Today we're going to talk about the Tantra. Then also we're going to talk about the chakras, Kundalini, in a spiritual way. Then we're going to relate the theory behind the chakras with the body's cells, function, structure, and the process. Let's start from the Tantra. What is Tantra? It is very confusing. More you study about the Tantra, sadhana, you may get confusion. There are so many things written about the Tantra. But we want to be very specific, and we're gonna take those parts which is important for explanation of the chakras theory. And then we'll go from there. The Tantra is technically defined in the energy theory, which has three functions. The number one, breathing, number two, movements, and number three, meditations. Okay, and it will also come up with the mantra. Mantra means technically chanting the word, believing that will also generate the vibrations, and it helps to energize more. So this is the definition of little mantra. So also mantra has a different paths, and we're going to talk with the chakras because we need mantras in the chakras theories to bring the energy or awakening the hidden energy, or is called not active energy, is called dormant energy, using the Kundalini theory. Okay? In the Kundalini theory, in the chakras theory, there are three major parts, which is known as Pingala on the right hand side of the spine. If say spine has two holes, on the right hand side, in that hole there is a nerve that is denoted as a Pingala, and on the left side Ida, and on the central side is called Susma. So those are the three major parts in the Kundalini theory and the chakras theory. Then last class I have explained about the chakras. Chakras, we have 7 chakras known from the here, the root chakra, then we're going to call Swadhisthana chakra, then we're going to call solar plexus chakra, then we're going to call heart chakra, then throat chakra, then third eye chakra, and the crown chakra. So we already know a little bit about those chakras. So now how these chakras relate with those Pingala, Ida, Susma, and how the Kundalini will be activated. So that is the whole things. So mantra, technically, we'll try with the body movements, with breathing, with the meditation, try to generate that energy, and with the mantra you try to actually activate Kundalini, then it will generate the flux of energy that will carry all the levels, and all the levels have different achievements. That is how explained in the chakras theory. And to support that chakras theory, there is 70,000 nadis. Nadis are technically nerve. It's a tube that will carry the energy support to support that theory. Okay, this is all about the chakras theory. So now I'm gonna relate this with our internal body's cells and the nerves and how it is different. Okay? If you go to Wikipedia today, The chakras theory is supported by all the nadis. It's written clearly. The theory won't support by science. It's all imaginary. Okay? Now we want to go with the science and to correlate with this theory. Example, there are about 30 trillions cells in our body. 30 trillions. Okay? There is also bacterial cells that is about 38 trillions. So we are talking about 68 trillions. Okay? Let's forget about the bacterial cells. Let's talk about the real cells of the body, that is about 30 trillions. But interesting thing is, out of that 30 trillions, about 25 trillions are the blood cells. That is RBC, WBC, and equivalents. Okay? So that is very interesting. Now we're gonna go with the nerve cells. That is most correlated with the chakras theory. There is 85 billions of neurons and 85 billions the cells that will support the neurons. Okay? That is called a glial cells. So, interesting theory, we already know how it generates the energy, current last time. And today we're not going to discuss about the details how it generates the electricity, by electricity. Today we're going to talk more that aspect which is related to chakras. In chakras theory, it is defined 70,000 nadis. We can understand now, because this theory being 5,000 years plus years old, and they don't have any clue about how many nerves are there. Nerves are technically nadis. It's a kind of tube that will channel the energies in their theories. Okay? Now, if you look at the biological theory, our bodies, today we have about scientifically proven 7 trillion nerves. Okay? 7 trillions. Imagine. A total of 170 billions. Okay? And we have total of 7 trillions of the nerves. So technically those nerves will carry. So 70,000 versus 7 trillions. So those will carry all the energy through spine plus rest of the body and go to the nervous system, and most active signaling cells are the nerve cells. And also, I just want to bring some information about 60 billion cells, about 60 billions to 85 billions a cell will die, and about 50 to 60 billions cells will regenerate, technically replace the dead cells. Okay? It's very interesting. Whole mechanism is very, very interesting. So there are a lot of cells, and those cells has a different function. So total cells, today we know about 200 cells. So it is interesting. So anyway, now we'll get to the point. So my theory that override the chakras theories, because chakras theories are already old theories. About the 70,000 nadis is hypothetical, because that time who invented that theory were not ready because of the science was not that developed. Today we know that 7 trillion nerves, and we know billions and billions of brain cells, nerve cells. Those are the most significant, which will carry the information and which will play the role in generating biocurrent, and that will produce the fluxes, that will produce the energy, and so on. So now chakras theories are all. Okay? So this is the whole point about new theories. So last time we talked about the breathe in, breathe out, generate the electricity. Wind power station, like we talk about it, it will generate the massive energy. Now instead of bringing from the spinal cord with the Ida, Pingla, and activating the Sushma and the Kundalini, you're going to bring the pulse. Now the Japanese and Chinese use the same theory, but they start from the lower abdomen. The same theory will bring, activate energy, and bring. The same way I put the new power station theory, wind power station theory. It will start right from here, and we're going to bring, then you can transfer as I stated on our fourth class. Okay, this is all about, a little bit about the Tantra, cells, and the chakras theory. So this is what I want to tell today about. Those need to be correlated and understand perfectly, and not to go blindly and believing on the very, very old theories, which needs to be updated. And in next class, we'll go more about the quantum physics, quantum mechanics, and the tantric meditation. And also we can go a little bit about the Vajrayogini tantric meditation, that is known as one of the oldest tantric dance in the world. And Vajrayogini today, I'm going to bring a little bit highlight for the annual classes. Vajrayogini is technically the female version of Buddha, and Vajrayoginis believe the tantric meditation is one of the most powerful, and it has several mantras, and one of the mantras is known to be very, very powerful mantra. Om Sarva Buddha Dankini. Om Sarva Buddha Dankini. Vajra Baraits Stay. Vajra Bhairavatsaya. Om 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 Hot 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 Swaha. So one who is master in a Vajrayogini theory, in a tantric meditations, they did technically in New World called PhD in the Vajrayogini's tantric meditation. We call them Vajra plus Acharya, Bajracharya. And Bajracharya of Nepal are tantric now. And they put these whole mantras in a tantric manner. And these mantras known to be very powerful. The mantra I told just a few minutes back is a mantra that will enlighten body, that will enlighten speech, and that will enlighten mind. It's a very powerful mantra now. All right. Okay, let's get back to now some actions today. We're going to talk about Kungchido Sodan. Kungchido Sodan is one of the very popular kata. It's a combination of moves and techniques I composed, and this is the beginning of Kungchido, and where I put all elements together from the Dragon Kung Fu, Tai Chi, and some of the karate elements together, and I'm going to demo. That is a complete self-defense with some actions. Os! Kungchido Sodan! Dragon. Complete blocks. Strike, strike, and strike. Forking and grind. Forking and grind. Cat stance. And flying kick. Back stance. Strike! Block. Block. Block and push. block and pose. Double block. Kick. Tension Kumai. Back kick. Back kick. Huh. Back kick. Huh. Back stance. Back stance. Back stance. Os! Kungchido. Sir. Thank you for joining online class of Kungchido. We're going to start 6th class of Kungchido next Saturday at 8. Thank you.